Hi, Fishy. How are you? Hi, Fishy. Hi, Mike. Nobody's really streaming, huh? Hi, guys. Let me figure out this link. My daughter actually made dinner today. Okay, and for some reason, the Bitly works. Well, so I've been told to try it. Are you having barbecue ribs, Mike? Like, fabulous. We had Alfredo. She's sick, though, so I hope I don't get sick from her making dinner. So I'm assuming you guys got the notifications, right? Hello? Anybody? Are you there? Or it's dinner time and just nobody's here. That sounds good, Mike. But so did you get the notification or not? And I'm assuming the Bitly's not working. Never remember anybody's emails. I know, K-Reef, you're like on a completely opposite schedule of us. Is the link not working at all? And like Fishy Snowman, I don't remember your email. I think it's in my other email though. Hold on. Nope, I don't remember. My bad. I don't know. Like aquarium, like, or whatever. Really, mine's more based on just conversation. And no one else is streaming, so I'm bored. Are the links not working at all? Okay, so both of them aren't working. Weird. Okay, hold on. Give me a moment. Let me see. I don't know why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Okay. What about this? Aha. Let me try this. What about that one? Hi, hi, Sean. Yeah, I seen. What else, Lisa? I thought it said Lisa. Too many Lisas. Nice. Good night, Kev. Sleep well. It's still not working. Okay. Anybody who wants to go ahead and just put your email in, and then I'll do it that way. Oh, I hear somebody. Who's there? Fishy, you got in.
I'm in.
Yay! Was that
It
last
took
one?
me like three. It took me like 3 times.
Oh, geez. Well, I don't understand why everyone's having such a hard time. Like,
Who knows?
right?
Whatever, man.
It really irks me because you know how many email, like my whole entire email is like filled with people's like just sending links.
Hey, I found you on Facebook, so if you see a friend request, it's me.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't really go on Facebook too much, but I'll definitely accept you.
No. All right, no, it's
Yeah.
just a good way to chat behind the scenes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Jay Fowler. Oh man, I'm sitting here. I did some gardening today, and then
Oh man, I'm so behind with things, man. I'm in New York City right now. Oh, I live in Pennsylvania, but I work in New York City.
oh, okay. How do you
So
like how do you like it there?
where in New York City?
Yeah.
I'm born and raised. That's where I'm from.
Well, I can hear it in you.
Yeah, I know. Everybody makes fun of my. They either like make fun of me. It's all right. I don't care. I'm used to
Yeah, everyone makes fun of me because I'm a Canuck.
it.
Hey Lisa, hey Fishy.
Hey, how are you?
So far, so good.
I like the hockey teams and everything. That's good stuff.
Yeah. I'm just glad there's no more snow.
Oh my God, what a crazy winter, man. Whew.
Right? And like at the very end, I fell. Like at the very end of winter, I fell and broke my butt.
Oh God.
You guys are talking about snow and winter, and meanwhile, it's been in like the 80s and 90s here.
Well, it's been so crazy. One day it went from, I mean, at least it goes by Celsius up there, but it went from 83 degrees to 36 in the morning. I mean, the drastic changes in the Northeast here has been unbelievable.
That's kind of crazy. See, down here, I live in the South. I'm live in Alabama, and so we occasionally skip winter. This winter we had one of the coldest ones. It snowed a mild 2 times here, which is crazy for this area. People tend to lose their minds at that point, and everything shuts down.
The craziest thing I had this year was in March we had a really big windstorm from one of those. I even forget. I lost power for 4 or 5 days.
Oh my God. Well, we had one of those. It was an ice storm, and the ice literally took out all of the hydro lines.
Yep, that's what happened to me. It was
Yeah.
bad. The wind did. I thought my whole reef tank was gone. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
so upset. I
Yeah.
was so upset. I spent so much money, and by the second and third day, I just I got over it, and I was just like, whatever. But the funny thing is, just a heads up for anybody out there, I had a handheld battery operated air pump, and I clipped it onto my tank, and I threw it in there with an air stone, and my fish tank's down in my basement where my fireplace is. And you know what? Almost everything made it.
Wow.
4 or 5 days, no heat, no nothing.
That's a definite success story there. It's certainly
I
unexpected.
was amazed, man. I mean, I got to admit, I lost maybe a couple frags. The fish survived because I had my fireplace downstairs, so it kept it at 68 in the room. But I was expecting the worst. I thought everything was gone.
Right. I'm fortunate enough to live in an area where power issues like that aren't normally a problem, even during storm times. We have we don't tend to have very long spanning power outages. So I'm fortunate to not have to really worry about that aspect.
Let me tell you, you're lucky, man. Having no power, I have a well and septic, so I got no water. I was melting snow by the fireplace. I finally broke down and bought a generator because I didn't want to buy one, but You know what? It's happening too often.
Yeah. We get a lot of power outages out here too. Like tons all the time.
Man, I can't even imagine, the stress level of trying to keep your reef tank going at a
Oh,
time
that's
where
the
you may
least.
lose
God,
power.
that was the least of. I mean, that really bothered me because it's only like 6, 7 months old at the time. That was my most stressful thing. I could care less about anything else. We lost like $200-300 worth of food, but I was like, man, I put all this money involved in this stuff, and God, it's all gonna go now. I was really stressing out about that.
Right. I mean, certainly, there are other aspects, as you said, the food and everything, but just, these are our pets as well. So of course we worry about their safety. And
Yeah,
you
yeah,
I can't imagine having to worry about that.
yeah.
So
You could, and it wasn't like brutal cold. If it was like, we can get negative degrees. I mean, or single digits in where I live in Pennsylvania. And it wasn't. Thank God. I mean, that could be. Oh God, that could be really bad. I mean, your pipes could freeze. It's bad. And in the cold, like, where Lisa lives up there in Canada. Oh God, it could get brutal.
Well, it was like like the coldest, like literally was like -42, and
That's cold. I know all about that, Lisa. I go to Quebec snowmobiling. I've been
yeah,
in negative -40. It's -40 is people don't understand.
oh my
right,
gosh.
you can't even breathe. That's how
You
cold.
you
And
can't. I take my glove off to look on a map when I'm snowmobiling for like a second, and your hand. I think my hands are messed up just from snowmobiling.
Probably.
Yeah,
It wouldn't surprise me.
I wake up in the middle of the night. I gotta move my hands because I get that pins and needle feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're lucky you didn't
and
get frostbite. We'll be
I
in
thought
that.
I had it bad, only getting down into like the 15, 16 degree range at the
Oh man,
lowest.
that negative stuff, man, is no joke. Oh my God.
The coldest temperature I've ever felt was it got down to 6 degrees when I was in Afghanistan, and we had 14 inches of snow. This is the most snow I've ever seen in my life, and I thought I was gonna die.
Dude, Canada, I go to Quebec a lot. It is, I'm, I lived, I grew up in the city, and my parents always had a place in the woods, and so I know both worlds. I can't explain it. People think I'm crazy, but the woods in no man's land is so beautiful. It is. Oh God, I love the woods, man, in the middle of nowhere. You can't imagine.
Oh, the governor is here. Fun fact: -40 is the same in Celsius and Fahrenheit. Learn something new every day.
He's right. He's right about that. Yeah, I've seen some of the most amazing animals. I come across lynx. Like a lynx is almost extinct in the northern woods, and I've seen some beautiful animals up there. I almost hit a moose.
Oh, I'm terrified of moose.
You know what?
The,
It's just like any other animal. If you don't mess with them, they don't mess with you.
They're really mean.
See, even the name there implies a sense of wonder. The northern woods sounds like something that you would, hear about in a fairy tale or something.
I can't even explain it. I try to explain it to people, and it's unbelievable. I mean, I just can't even explain it. It's like, I mean, you travel 50, 60 miles on a log roading trail, and you don't see nobody for hours. Not a soul. And we stay at a different place every night, and we get up to these little like outfitter they're called, and it's just people that love the woods and want to be secluded and don't want to be, with society, I guess. And it's just amazing.
Well, that's originally why I moved out here, was because there was a lot of forestry around here, but now they've taken it all down to build houses.
Yeah, that's what happens, man. If you're close to a city, you really got to go far to get away from things nowadays.
Like out in no man's land, pretty much.
Yep.
I would love to live off the grid,
Pretty much the entire state of Montana.
Yeah, Montana's it's like that. I mean, off the grid is cool, but I don't know if I could do it. I'll be honest with you, because it sounds awesome, but when things go wrong, you won't agree. You won't be so awesome. You know, I mean, you really got to like. It's like live off the land almost, off the grid. You got to hunt. You got to do everything.
Yeah, I think, you know.
You won't have a fish tank.
No, you certainly won't.
No, nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool, but I don't know if I could do it.
Well,
I'd like to do it.
More or less in a sense of like a getaway, like, you know, not
A getaway's
full
awesome.
but
I met a guy online that we became really good friends, and he lives in the Maritimes. It's like way above Maine. It's like the eastern peninsula of Quebec, and he took me to his camp, and we were hanging out, and I met a couple other people. And we would, oh my God, it was so much. It was incredible. You can't replay. I mean, it sounds crazy, but you have to go to the creek, break a hole in the ice just to flush the toilet for water. I mean, but it was so living off the land. It's nice for a week. That's about it. I couldn't do, you know, I didn't take a shower or nothing.
yeah,
No,
like
pretty much.
once you're done, you can go back home to your, you know, everything.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you take for granted little things like a haircut, you know, seeing a dentist. I mean, off the grid, you ain't living long.
There's certain creature comforts that you find out is just like, man, I've taken this for granted for so long. It kind of puts you back in perspective.
Yeah, I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I love it, but I couldn't do it for you go crazy after a while. I mean, you start talking to the animals, man. Forget
Well,
it.
and especially from like, you know, people like you're in New York, I'm like near Toronto, so it's cities, right? Like hot, like cities. So we're used to
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
just
like you can literally get almost anything you want in New York City. Anything. I mean, anything. I can't even anything. You know, and walk to it or take a train. You don't even need a car. I mean,
yeah, I've never been to New York City, but I hear it's very comparable to Toronto.
Yeah, it is. That's what I hear. I've never been to Toronto, actually. City. I've been to Canada, but just never been to these big cities. Don't interest me because I'm always in one. So I work right in Times Square where the ball drops.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm in a really crazy area, and I just like to come and go.
You need to come to Reef Expo and come visit Toronto. It's in August.
I'm gonna be at Reeferpalooza next month, and then I'm in October. Aquatic Experience is gonna be in New Jersey, so that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
I got two.
I'm really stoked about the Reef Expo.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I was watching, you know, where Joey said he's going to be speaking there, and I didn't realize that those type of reef events and you know, frag swaps and things like that were that uncommon there in Canada.
Yeah, like it's very, very rare you find one.
If you guys get a chance and you hear about little frag swaps in the area, you got to go. I'm a little new to reefing, only not even a year old. But last 2 weeks ago, I met Billy Pipes. Rico was there. He came. Travis from Fixer Hex. It was this little frag swap in Williamsport, PA. This one guy showed up and made my day. He had the most nicest zoanthids for cheap. I mean, I was buying frags for $5, $10, $15, $25.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and nice stuff, man. It was awesome. Like I made my trip. It was a 2-hour drive for me, but I scored so big.
Those are really my sweet spot. Like I have a soft spot for zoanthids, and so I would have just been in heaven being able to stock up on.
Man. Like Billy was telling me, as soon as I got there a little early, and Billy's like, go to that guy right now. He goes, like 3 or 4 vendors almost wanted to buy his whole thing out. I was like, really? And I went over there, and I'm like, God, man, he had some nice stuff, man. And he didn't want to, it was awesome. He didn't want a lot of money.
And see, Lisa, I have the unfortunates in my area too. The reefing community isn't very big, which is why, you know, on the daily, I'm jumping in here and I'm listening to you guys and I'm talking with you guys. So we don't have a lot of those like frag swap events and things like that here either. So this is a very big part of where I get my information and do a lot of my learning.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
stuff, buddy. Yeah, it's,
I'm newer too. I was all freshwater. Like I was pure freshwater, but the freshwater community is massive, hundreds and thousands of people.
it is, Lisa. You're right.
Get lost in the mix there. There's not the one-on-one like there is here, right? The relationships you build within the reefing community is a lot different from the freshwater.
Well,
You know, it's so funny you said that. You said that. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I have to imagine, though, that in the reefing community, the relationships you build are a little closer knit just because there's not as many of us. I'm pretty similar background to you, Lisa. I've done freshwater my whole life, not to any serious degree as to be a part of any type of community or anything. But I have to, like I said, I have to imagine that the reefing community is a little closer knit just because there aren't as many of us.
I'm in the same boat with you guys, man.
Yeah.
I was all freshwater like a year ago. I still am. I'll be honest with you. But I'm
Fishy. Your setups, man, are top freaking notch.
Thanks, man. I mean, I love it. I spend hours. I'm not home now, so I could say it. My wife wants to drive me out the door, man. She's like, another fish tank.
Same problem here. My wife is only just now starting to come around to the tank, and she still hates it.
Yeah, my wife. I mean, she, you know what's funny? Like she bought me a little 10-gallon fish tank that I wanted to put on my rack for Christmas, and I just got around to setting it up. She's like, I'm like, you bought it for me for Christmas. What do you think I'm gonna do?
Right. But that's what causes probably 90% of the fights is I need to spend so much on the tank, or you're dealing with the fish tank again.
Yeah, I do. I come home and I have dinner and stuff, and I actually force myself to go upstairs and spend a little time and hang out with everybody. And I walk the dog even when I don't want to. I say I got to go walk the dog. Just
Guilty.
Yeah. And then once everything's done and it's getting dark out, I gotta go those things. I gotta do stuff.
Yeah, I gotta spend my quality time with the tank every day. Got to.
It's funny because I actually sell a lot of stuff online, and once in a while I ask my wife, "Can you bring this to the post office?" No way. I'm not dealing with your fish stuff. I'm not doing it. I'm like, come on, just you. And then she drives right by it, but she refuses to get involved.
That's my wife. She's starting to show a little support now. Now that I'm not, I had to really step back because I would talk about it 24/7.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that ever came out of my mouth was, fish tank this or fish tank that. And so she got pretty tired of it pretty quick.
You know what I got to do once in a while? I got to say, hey, I made some money. Go get your nails done. Here, boom. Maybe
Exactly. I've learned that trick, but for a while, it was all about the tank. Because when you first step into saltwater, it's exciting and new, and you want to do everything you possibly can right now.
Yeah, but but you can't. I learned, and even in freshwater, patience.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh,
I was almost giving up. Not giving up, but I was getting a little. I put a bunch of shrimps in from my little 20-gallon long into my 75-gallon, and a lot of them were slowly dying off. But now all of a sudden, the other day, I was cleaning the tank, and I have an explosion of babies. So I'm like, oh wow, it's turning around. So, you just gotta give it time. Things need to adjust.
Yeah, things like that. They may seem like major things, but in the end, maybe they end up turning around and becoming a little better.
Yep, so true.
And you're right about that. It just takes patience.
Yeah, and from all my research and anybody who's been in like Rico and stuff, patience. Like a saltwater tank, it takes a good 2 years to really be mature. So,
right.
So I'm week 2 into my cycle, And now I'm going to go and get some live rock and
Right.
help it along a little bit because I still have no algae, no nothing. But I guess that won't,
Lisa, are you using RO water?
I used distilled because my RO wasn't working properly, so I returned it. I was just like, I'm done with it. I was done fighting with it. So
Why?
I'm going to get one.
What did you buy?
I got the RODI Buddy. The Buddy?
Yeah, you see, don't get me wrong. I mean, some people don't have money to waste on this stuff. Buy a good one, save, wait a little longer. Just save.
Exactly.
Don't even bother with the buddy stuff. That's great for the little. If you had a nano tank, when I say nano, I mean like 10-gallon tops.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do? So Pat and Phil told me about this site. It's called Liquigen,
Yep.
and it has amazing systems, and you get like some extras with it. So you get like the valve gauge, and there's like other little things that you get with it for like a reasonable price. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save up for that, order it.
You know, if you can wait to Black Friday, like the day before, the day of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Bulk Reef Supply has amazing deals. They have like a whole 10-day deal on a nice four-stage system, and you know what the nice thing. I mean, Liquigen is good. I know Pat. I talked to Pat about that because I'm having problems with my DI resin. I go through this stuff so fast and it drives me crazy. But they have some really good deals, and you could always, and there's videos on how-to stuff, and you can always build on the Bulk Reef Supply systems. Like, say, okay, I want to upgrade my system. They have all that, and they have the valves, they have the gauges, they have the replacement TDS meters. They have all that, and they show you how to do it. So I gotta say, Bulk Reef is my go-to, man, for that stuff.
Okay.
And see, all of that is like good information for me too, because I'm currently just having my LFS, mix up everything, and I'm getting my RO water from them, which is of course the only main concern with that is, are they changing their filters out right? Which so far I don't seem to be having any problems.
Right. If you're
But
not
I
having,
want to move into having my own system and being able to.
If you're not having any problem, that's good. I mean, but you save up all that money you're spending on that water. You could have a system and not even be bothering with that. I think P-Babe just went through that stuff where she was getting water from her local LFS, and that might have been why she had so much algae in her system.
Yeah, see, I'm finding myself constantly in a fight with algae. Granted, I don't have like massive outbreaks, but it's definitely there, and it's enough to annoy me.
Right.
But not necessarily cause any real problems. My nitrates do run a little high, but I'm just struggling bringing those down even through water changes, and it could potentially be the water that I'm using.
Right.
But in the end, it's not causing any harmful effects.
Right.
So,
okay.
I gotta step away for just a second. My boss is giving me a call.
Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Terry.
Hello, Pat. Pat.
What's up, Pat?
He's muted.
What's up?
What's going on?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, not much. Just got back from eating. So,
Are you full?
yeah.
That's good. Did you bring home leftovers?
There was none left over for me.
Oh, there you go. Got a boy.
So, obviously, you get your side to salad and all this when you go out to a steakhouse. And, I mean, if I can't polish off the steak, it's just not, I ain't going there. So, that's the way it is.
That's why Ryan's going to pick up a friend from the airport. I told him, I'm saying because he's asking for, he doesn't know what to get. I'm like, I say steak. Steak is always the best.
I love steak.
Ew. How do you like your steak? Sorry for all those vegetarians out there right now. But
I like it medium well.
Medium well?
I like pink in the middle, but not too pink.
I like mine bloody.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
each his
I like
own.
mine.
Yep. I like my fillets bloody, but I like a ribeye pink.
Yeah, I like mine like rare. Mom, my family always what? We need help. Oh, 1 second. What happened? He's calling us. Who's calling? I'll get my sword. I'll get my sword. Oh,
Pat, how you doing, man?
Backing anybody. It's always my house is always so busy.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, well, some days I just want to run away. Today I told them that I was gonna run away. Like I'm gonna run away. You guys aren't gonna be able to find me.
You stay home with your kids, Lisa, obviously.
Yeah, I'm a makeup artist, and usually I only work during the summertime. I don't like traveling. I don't like driving in the winter. So I do like events and weddings and proms and
Okay.
grads. Yeah.
Nothing like being home with the kids, man. My she's trying to get back into work now, but she's been home with my kids since they were little. So, and
Right, but I find like it's by no means bashing anybody. Okay, like people make their own choices, their own families, their own kids. I think it's so important in the development of
Okay.
kids
Sorry
have
about that.
to have one of the parents raising them and teaching them.
Yeah, it's just really hard these days now, man.
Oh man, you're telling me like
Hey, Pat.
my husband is the only one that like brings in money.
Yep.
And it's hard, like super hard. So I hear it, but it's like for me to get a job, like a full-time job, I'd be paying. Well, my daughter is old enough to take care of my kids, but I mean, my daughter's type 1 diabetic, my middle one.
Right.
She's a little bit more complicated,
Yep.
So I wouldn't necessarily trust my 14-year-old to take care of her. Right? Like, I don't know. I'm torn. So that's why I just chose to stay home.
Oh, if you can do it and cut back on little certain things and sacrifice, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Liberty Bell.
Lisa, we're in that same situation here. And childcare is another thing you have to look at.
Yeah.
I know you said your daughter is old enough, of course, but I mean, at the case where, you have younger children like I do, it's expensive.
Oh,
God.
And all costs are going up, from the food you eat to the care for your kids to the gas you put into the car.
Yep.
To even
And wages are not.
Right? I don't know how, everyone preaches from the U.S. and everything about the economy and how the economy is suffering, but yet they're going to keep upping prices. Like, how much do you guys pay for a quart of strawberries in the U.S.?
A quarter. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'll give you an idea. Like, my gas is about $2.80 right now a gallon, but you guys go by liters. Like, your gas is out through the roof.
Yeah. So it's like
I don't know. Like, how big are those pounds of strawberries we get? Small one? Okay. Like our local grocery store has 1 pound strawberries on sale for 99 cents tomorrow.
See, okay, so for a quart of strawberries here, Pat, and I mean a quart is not very much at all. We pay $6.99 Canadian dollars for a quart of strawberries.
Wow,
right?
That's a lot, man.
No, a head of broccoli is $2.97 just for the head.
Yeah, that's pretty close to what it is here for that.
Really? Like, it's just insane. It's insane. It bugs me. So I do this thing for coupons and price matching. I'm sure you guys have that there too. So like I'll go.
We got all kinds.
Yeah, and price match and try to coupon everything.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's crazy. My wife, at the end of the day, she'll save $30, $40 in a month. You know, it adds up when it sounds crazy. You may be saving a penny here or two, but at the end of the month, you're saving $50.
Exactly.
Yeah. Then we buy corals.
Yeah.
I like it. I always hit my wife with that too at the end of the month. You know, like we have this extra money. You know, I need to make a trip to the local fish store. And I have it now where my daughter asks, she's like, "Mama, we go to the fish store?" So that's working to my favor.
Right. That's funny, man.
And she's 3 years old and she can't. Yeah, her mama doesn't know how to tell her no. So.
Oh my God, my daughter's keying and she goes plus tax. Yeah. Do you guys have taxes out there? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Here, 10%.
We get taxed on everything again and again.
how much do you pay?
Here we pay like 10%.
10%. Okay, yeah, we pay
It
like
varies by area.
15% tax.
Mine's 7 in my state.
Yeah, I'm moving with you, Pat. Shit.
See, here it varies by even from county to county. You know, we'll go over and it's 10 here in Montgomery, but it's only 9 here in a county over, and then in some places it's 7 or 8.
Yeah, it's true. Even home taxes are the same way.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
So
we don't get taxed.
Listen, you guys, I'm going to drive you crazy. I got a friend at work that pays. I mean, he has a nice house. He pays $22,000 a year in taxes.
Oh shit.
$22,000. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, it is. Well,
I pay 3,100.
They take off of my husband's paycheck for taxes each week. Works out to be almost $400 just in taxes every week. So from the time January to June is when he has to pay his taxes, and then after June we're done. Like it's paid. So from June till January we're okay. But
steak time,
exactly, right?
Yeah.
Nah, our taxes are year round.
Well, so it's like, okay, so he pays into his EI, his CCP, and then there's like 2 other ones, I believe. So it's broken down into 4 of them that he pays into, like our benefits and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somehow we all make it work, though.
Well, yeah, true. We're still here.
Got to do what we got to do, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, for property taxes, do you guys pay quarterly or
No, yearly. Or if it could be put into your mortgage.
Well, that would be easier. It was put into the mortgage.
Yeah, some people do that. Yeah. I guess it's an option.
Oh. Look, everyone has their camera off, except Justin.
I mean, you don't see this ugly face.
Well, I'm no better right now, but I'll show mine. Like hair tied up.
I'm dressed for work. Most of the time when I'm tuning in, I'm going to be at work. Tomorrow, I actually am lucky enough to have the day off, and so may or may not be able to tune in and participate.
Well, how was work today?
So far, so good. I've been out of town a couple times today. I actually listened to a piece of Rico's stream this morning from the van, driving. And then I've got to go back out of town here. I'm actually not going to be getting off on time tonight. Making a long distance run down to the southern portion of the state to a funeral home down there. So I busy today.
Yeah, no kidding. That, and just to even think about what you have to do on a daily. I don't know how you do it, man.
It's kind of crazy. You have to develop a sense of humor and be able to cope with things pretty well.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I get up at 2:30 in the morning, and I'm on the bus at 4 in the morning, and I get into New York City at 5:30 in the morning. I commute 80 miles every day to work.
Oh my goodness!
Crazy, man.
Like Lisa, just the other day, I had a 95-year-old that committed suicide.
Okay.
So it was kind of one of those things where I didn't really understand. Like at 95 years old, yeah, I'm along for the ride at this point. I'm gonna see just how far I can go. So there are things that I see that I don't think I'll ever be able to understand. So it's just you kind of have to accept that and be able to go on.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, from time to time there are questions I just don't have the answer for. And,
yeah.
It's crazy.
Hi, Dre, Austin, 40, Ryan, LJ, Heriberto, everybody. Hello.
Pat, you sleeping?
Nope.
He looks like it.
Pat's open.
Barely open. That's the point I was to earlier today. When I got back, and I was sitting here at the office, and I was just wanting to pass out on the couch, but had too much.
I was falling asleep earlier. I went outside, did a little bit of gardening, got too sore, came back in, laid down, and I was like almost sleeping. So who's all coming to Canada for the Reef Expo? I want to know. Who's coming?
In my head.
When is that, August?
Yeah, it's August 11th and 12th.
I probably won't know.
Pat,
Maybe some year.
I don't know if I could
I'll
pull
be
out.
there in thought, for sure, but physically there.
Well,
Where are you,
we got the
where are you
barbecue
located?
on.
You got the barbecue on? Is that what you just said?
We got the barbecue on July 28th, and then
Tidal Gardens?
Rico. Yeah, then Rico's tank will be delivered at the end of the month on August, so that'll be 2 trips in 2 months for me. So
3 trips because you're coming to Canada.
actually, it'll be like 3 trips already because I'll have to get the other tank first.
August 11th and 12th. It's right dead smack in the middle.
I won't be going anywhere at that point. I'll just be a couple weeks into having my new daughter, so we won't be going anywhere.
When is she due?
August 2nd, right now. There's a potential for her to come early. My wife is known for preemie babies, so she
Lisa,
could
if I was a
potentially
betting man, I
come.
bet Rico would be there.
Well, I told Rico because Joey's coming too. I told him, I was like, you need to come.
That guy will show up when you least expect it. I couldn't
Right?
believe I saw him.
I'll probably
He was
see him
bored.
there. Well, I'm only 5 hours away from Fans.
5 hours away from where?
Fans, Tidal Gardens. Driving.
Okay.
5 hours.
Oh, you should go to that.
Look, Pat, even Blue. So Blue said, can someone please ask Pat why he sleeps on every single live stream?
I think
I'm
Pat
not
just
asleep.
does this in his sleep.
I'm not
That's
asleep.
chillaxing.
I should be outside mowing, but you know what? You only live once, and my grass grows every day. So
John, what happened? John made a mistake, he said.
Yeah.
He poured bleach in his tank. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna go eat some dinner, guys. I'll catch you guys later.
All right. Thanks for
All
hanging
right.
out.
Yeah, snowman.
All right, later, guys.
Bye.
Later, buddy.
I love that guy. He's such a nice guy.
I'd like to meet a lot of people someday.
Well, now's your chance. August 11th.
Mm, maybe next year.
Oh, come on. Sammy, I already emailed it to you, hun.
I'll try to make it to Rap New York next year for sure, and maybe a couple other things. I don't know. We'll see. See how finances go at the time.
Is that little Miss Harper causing a scene?
Yeah, she's always pissed off. I don't know what her problem is.
She's a woman. That's what her problem is. Still has that little tiny cry though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Mackinac, Ryan. I can't afford it. But Melanie's going. Who else is going? I know Melanie is for sure.
Rico and Jamie are going.
Rico and Jamie are going. There you go.
Magna is in Florida, correct?
It's in Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas.
Vegas
What's
this
the
year.
one in Florida? That's the one that I would potentially be able to go to.
Reefapalooza.
Reefapalooza. That would be the one that would be in reach for me because that'd only be like a 6-hour drive at most. So that'd be the one that'd be most doable for me. The others would just be out of reach for me this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll give them
Heard a,
cucumbers and carrots as well. Okay.
heard a lot of the locals
Sugar will eat that.
down in Florida think that Reefapalooza is more expensive than buying from a regular local shop down there because the prices are a lot cheaper than they are up here on most corals, from what I hear. I don't know how it is in your area, how expensive things are. But
Oh no. Okay, so John Zim said he meant to add 2 caps of fuel but added Revive instead in his 29-gallon.
Oops.
oh,
Oh.
wow.
Water change.
Tell them to do water change and put some carbon or something in there, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a water change.
Yeah, maybe double up on your carbon if he's already
Quickly. 2 caps full. That's good for about a half a gallon of dip. Or no, that's Coral RX. I don't know how much the Ocean or the Revive does. That's a dip, isn't it? Revive.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Revive is the dip. Okay.
Okay.
Samantha, I'm going to do it again, woman. Like,
I've been getting stuff.
Crap together. What they need to do. Okay, sorry, Pat.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. What type of research period did you guys spend before you actually went out and started your first tank? Lisa, I know that you're new to this, so I'm kind of interested to see how long everybody spent doing research and things.
Well, literally,
Uh,
like I lurked in the shadows for months before I even started speaking on these streams. I was more involved in the freshwater streams, right? And even before I found the streams, I was reading stuff online and I became overwhelmed with the information that I was reading. Like it almost seemed like it was almost impossible to start a saltwater tank.
Right.
Oh, sorry guys, my kids won't stop. 1 second.
like me, when I started, there was no information unless you wanted to get a novel out of a library and read a book on it. So, and that was just one person's experience. I wasn't getting a collaboration of different opinions.
Right. And see, I kind of started, learning and things like that. Back when I was a kid, I've spent a good majority of my life wanting a saltwater tank, but never feeling really quite brave enough to jump in because it don't seem like it was this overwhelming thing that if you weren't absolutely ready for it, you were gonna fail. So I researched off and on for several years, and then I finally realized, that there was going to be no better teaching experience or learning experience than to really have one sitting in my living room and learn from it. So I finally jumped in and I got a tank, and so far I've been doing pretty good at it. But I'm expecting to have my share of problems as everyone should, and luckily I have an information source that I can come to and get the answers and things to any questions I may have.
Yeah, it's always definitely good to do some research before, especially now that everybody has the internet available at your tips of your fingers, basically. But reading into that, I mean, and I'm talking about basics. I mean, just doing water changes and how to test your salinity and all that stuff. Anything other than that, it's going to be I guess even that, it's all going to be from experience. And even when somebody tells you something, it might take you 15 times of hearing it to even have it sink in your head. You know what I mean? And phosphates and nitrates, even test kits 20 years ago when I started, there was none of that stuff really. So like everybody knew alkalinity, calcium, and magnesium was a major component back then, but there was really no test kits to tell you how much to dose. So you're pretty much blind dosing, and some people were successful. Like I had a reef tank a couple, I don't know, 15 years ago that I did pretty well at for a year, and then it just crashed because I started getting hair algae everywhere, and it went quick. So, I mean, yeah, I'd say anybody starting a hobby right now has an upper hand on the guys that had to learn firsthand, killing basically everything we got our hands on for a while. I can't even speak for everybody, but just I killed some corals and stuff in the beginning, and I still do. It's going to happen. But.
Right, and I've been lucky so far or I consider myself lucky so far to have not had any real problems. And being new to coral, not necessarily. I've had friends that have had fish only tanks and things like that I've been involved with. But corals is the really big new thing to me, and so I feel like my luck has really played well actually having new growth instead of killing anything off at my first try at it. So
Yeah. Kind of a funny story. I actually have better luck with saltwater fish than I do freshwater now. Yeah, I kill every freshwater fish I touch now.
it's probably the salt seeping from your skin into the water at this point.
It might be. It might be, man. It's like I put out a video a couple weeks ago or a month ago on I ordered from an online fish retail store, and I've done things the same the whole time. I don't really believe in quarantine systems as far as dosing with copper and stuff like that. I mean, it's everybody to each their own on that. Um, but I did put out a video. I acclimated, and I highly recommend anybody that buys fish online to go ahead and follow that company's acclimation guides. Because if you don't do it by their books, there's a possibility that if you wanted to get a refund, you could not. So definitely follow their acclimation guides. And I even had a few fish die, and most of the snails I bought from them died. I had a yellow chorus wrasse that came up missing. I know they jump, so I took extra precautions on sealing the tank up. Still can't find it. It's not hiding. It's gone. Then I got a Tommy Tang. It got picked on just a little bit, but not enough to kill it. Like when it died, its fins were still intact, so I know it wasn't getting picked on very heavily. Then it was basically just sitting by my overflow box and eventually died a couple days later. And also I had 10, 30, almost 40 snails. And I'd say out of the 40 snails that I bought from this company, I would say only 12 lived, maybe.
Oh, goodness.
Following their acclimation guide. So, if you're spending $4 on a snail or $3 per snail, that adds up pretty quick. And not all of them were that expensive, but like at least 8 to 10 of them are like $3 or $4 a piece. So, the only thing I had live out of that order was probably 8 turbo snails and 1 fox-face fish. So, it is what it is, but on my video, I got a pretty bad comment. It's like, do you even quarantine? And I'm just like, no, I mean, I really don't, because I don't believe in it. And so I was taking slack over that from a couple different people. And it's just, if I had a larger system.
I don't run any type of quarantine either. And perhaps I put a little too much faith in my local fish store, but so far I've seen no problem with their fish. They're either there at the store or after I get them home. So I haven't really had a quarantine system myself either. I've got a call from our boss coming in. I apologize.
No, you're fine, bud. Yeah, I mean.
Hey, mister.
Awoken, I'm presenting you because you're showing us stuff.
No, this tank isn't even 3 months old. This is not presentation worthy.
It is, though, because it's better than our faces. Oh,
I'm trying to get all these fish out this weekend and go fowler, because I'm going to be adding like 9 tanks to this tank, and I want to make sure 100% that there's no ick in here before I go buy a purple tank.
yeah.
This guy's got to come out. I don't know where he's going. He's like 30 inches, and I hate him.
Why do you hate him?
Mine's plugged into the wall in here. Never mind.
I've had him almost 10 years, so I can't just like get rid of him, but he knocks everything over and he does bad things. He does very bad things in there. Like he can move a piece of live rock with no problem. Like it's not, he's super strong.
Isn't it amazing? And you would think like their bodies are just complete muscle.
Like
Oh.
this rock right here is one big piece of tongue shelf. He can move it if he wants to. It's really massive. Like I don't know if you can tell the scale. Like
I'm
this
jealous.
fish is probably like 2 inches. This guy's like over 30. So that rock is like massive, and he could just pretty much move it around if he wants to.
That's crazy.
At my parents' house, I still have a tank there. I have a piece of GSP that's probably going to cover this entire thing. Like it's tremendous. So that's why this side of the tank is like full of crap. I hate it. And then this side I've been working on. This is my favorite piece. I love this piece right here. It's hard to tell, but Fan has a good picture of it. It's called a platygyra. It's like purple and blue. It's really sick.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I've had it for a long time. It's hard to tell the size of it, but it's pretty decent size. There's nothing much else really to show in this tank yet.
What's the on the end? Is that the one you were just talking about at the very to your left? It has like the really long sweepers.
Over here, these are cocoa worms. I like cocoa worms. I got a thing for them.
Yeah, they're cool, man.
There's 2 different types right there. If you see this rock right here, this rock is made out of ceramic, but you see how there's holes in it for like frag plugs?
That's amazing.
But the firefish, they live in there. They sleep in there.
No
if
way.
when they get scared, they go in there, and when the lights go out, they go in there.
That's
So that's like their little bolt hole. They sleep in there.
But I like firefish. I think they're good-looking little fish.
Yeah, these are cool because my wife says they have purple eyeshadow. They're like,
Oh my
they're.
God.
I used to have a lot of them, but the male is a beast. He every night he tries to mate. He tries to mate with them at night. Like he'll do his little dance, and they don't want anything to do with him. Then he like beats them up.
Oh my God. That sounds like
Look, you see him? He just chased one into the hole.
Oh my.
Whoa. 518.
But yeah, this tank has a long way to go. It's not really worth showing. This is Innovator Marine 20. I just put some frags in here. I got a Gorgonia in here that I'm going to put in the big tank.
Those are
Some
cool. The
plastic.
Gorgonia.
Yeah, they're really purple. You can't really tell on camera. There's a quarantine tank with some pilot fish. I was doing my final inspection on them, and the little guy has a little white dot on his fin, so they're not going anywhere. They were going to go in the big
Right.
tank.
I'm headed out for that call I have to take care of for work.
And this is my quarantine rack, 9 10-gallon tanks. Right now, I just got a cold tang and some clownfish. They were in the big tank, but like I said, I'm taking everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got so many tanks in there, eh? Holy.
I just bought this house like 6 months ago, so I'm just getting started. Here's my
Wow.
RO unit. And that's about it. That's all I got right now. I got some chromis in here. I used to have like a dozen chromis, but they started killing each other. I got 3 in here, and there's I think 2 more in the big tank that I have to get out.
I like
That's
that
pretty-
rock there in the middle, the tower.
I built this in a hurry. My friend, right after I bought this house, I had a baby. So my friend was coming over to visit from New Jersey, and he was stopping at the wholesaler on the way to bring me presents. And this tank was like just going up and he's like coming 2 days later. So I just threw the rocks together basically. And he brought over like a Majestic Angel, which died, and a whole bunch of other crap. Like these Antheus he brought me. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get them all. They all got to come out tonight, which is going to be such a pain.
Yeah, that's going to be intense.
Yeah. Like the wrasse, I think I can get out with just putting food in a net because he's always so greedy with the food that he'll probably just swim into it. The rest of them they're not going to go for it. The eel is done. He'll come out easy.
You think so?
Yeah, he's retarded. The other thing is like that toadstool is usually twice that size, but he banged into it, so now it's like closing. It's pissed off.
I think that's going to be the first coral that I get is a toadstool.
Yeah, they're super easy.
Right.
You could
exactly.
see. You could also see in the back there where I plugged. There was an overflow box on this side of the tank that I ripped out and just put a cap on the bulkhead.
Okay, yeah. You knocked that down?
Yeah, because I bought this tank used, so I resealed everything. And then that one I just left off. And I have one of those next to a drain, so I could just open a valve and just drain it if I want to do that water change that way. This area right here is the only area that I really like. The rest of it's a big work in progress. I'm hoping like this chalice is starting to droop down off the rock, so hopefully it'll start covering the bottom of the tank, and then you won't see the glass.
I can't wait to have corals in my tank. Can't wait.
Where are you with the cycle?
The cycle's completed, but now like I want to make sure that it's like, you know, a good support of biological stuff in there. So I'm gonna go get a piece of live rock and just start it again. Not start the cycle again, but just carry on with the cycling, you know?
Yeah, but you could throw a little, you could throw like a toadstool in there. That's not going to die.
Well, I was like, it's like, I want to get 2 Nemos. I call them Nemos because my kids. So I want to get 2 clowns.
Wow.
Maybe that will be my mother.
Ready?
Yeah, my tank's ready.
Yeah, tank bred and raised clowns are so hard to kill. Like, they live through anything.
And I was looking at the designer clownfish, but I don't think my kids are going to be, you know, I wanted something different, but I don't think they're going to sway from the Nemo style, you know?
Yeah, I'm not really into the designer ones. They're cool, but
There's somewhat ones that are available at the store, and they're awesome. They have like, they're like almost like completely platinum, but they have the orange faces with the black trim around their face, and then they have 3 dots on their bodies.
that's cool.
Right?
Now, one
Like a polka dotted.
thing that I have found with the clowns, though, if you're gonna add 2, you want to get them, you know, different, and then you also want to add them at the same time, because I did not, and I ran into aggression issues where the larger female was actually being a bully to my smaller little Miss bar.
Yeah, I want to introduce them at the same time, definitely. Like
You guys
right?
will learn I'm attached to my little Miss bar, and
Yeah.
nobody gets to pick on him without consequences.
Pat, what was that? How did you even do that?
Wyoming whites.
Oh. I was like, what does that even mean? Throwing up signs. Everybody want to say hi to my daughter? Here we go. She's running. She's running. She looks just like me. Come and show them. Come here. We talk about you all the time. Come here. Everyone's gonna meet her. Come here. Doesn't she look just like me? Crazy.
Right. Yep.
Yep. You better not be, because I asked for a chocolate shell. Samantha, you're disappointing me. I need berry in my life. This one that I have, it's too weak. Like, I don't even enjoy it at all. Everyone's full for dinner. What else is happening, people?
Not much.
Hungry. And got a lot of stuff to do down here. Fish and food. That's my life.
What? Stop it, Jordan.
So what's for dinner?
I already had dinner. My daughter actually made it.
What was it?
Alfredo.
Oh, nice.
It was nice. I told her, I was like, you be the mom. I'm done.
Yeah, I need a break.
Yeah, now only if she would actually like clean up, that would be top notch.
That's funny.
But I know she won't. She's playing with her eyeballs right now. I'm just gonna let this be known. An odd child. What's that? You're bugging me. So are you gonna work on that tank this weekend, Pat?
No, I got 4 12-hour days coming up.
Oh no.
Possibly Tuesday or Wednesday though, for sure. Tuesday, Wednesday. See, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, and then Thursday, Friday. I should be off Saturday, Sunday, and probably Monday. But I got a wedding to go to next Sunday. So
You're a busy little bee. But you've already like prepped everything, right?
I've got 2 sides of the bottom left to strip off and clean up. But other than that, yeah, it's ready mostly.
Well, that's alright then.
Yeah.
Because literally, that's not going to take you long to reseal.
Nah. The bottom was easier to strip the silicone off of than the sides was, for sure.
Oh, jeez. It was a nightmare.
Well, I mean, I struggled with that overflow boxes for what, 3 hours, 4 hours, I wonder.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't take that rim off. Damn Joey.
Right.
Right?
I heard. It should only take 20 to 30 minutes to do the whole process. I'm like, maybe on a 10-gallon.
Yeah, there's no way. I saw that video before I did mine, and he's like, "Yeah, a half hour," and it took me like days.
Yeah. Well, you probably watched the video where it said to take the trim off or the bracing off the top, and I was stripping it off on the live stream one day, and he hopped in. And he was like, "No, you don't have to take it off to reseal the inside." I was like, "Well, that's not what your video said."
Right? Called him out on his baloney. He's like, what, from like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Although, Joey did say at the expo that he was going to hook me up with some vendors to get me stuff. And I'm going to razz him to make sure he remembers this.
I remember him saying that.
Right? I got witnesses, bruh. Right? I got witnesses. But like, have you ever been on one of his live streams? Pat?
Yeah.
Okay, they're insane. And like the chat was flying yesterday, and I was like, Joey, like your chat's making me dizzy. And he read my comment, like out of thousands of people, he read mine. I'm like, so he must really know who I am then.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's just kind of like his getaway, so.
Yeah,
His
but I was
chat's-
like, firstly, I was like, he needs to put on like slow mode and have a moderator in there because there's like some wrong people in there for sure.
Man, he just don't even care.
No, he doesn't. But he does have a lot of kids watching that as well. Like, you know, kids on his stream, like younger, I find, younger generations.
Yeah.
But he finally set up that 300 gallon. It looks good the way he saved that. Although you're not into
That
trash.
steak was really good too.
Yeah, it did. And so he hasn't put a background on yet, which I need to do. I don't think I'm going to paint anymore. Too lazy.
I spoke up. My opinion is a brown background would kind of give the more natural look, the natural habitat look for those bush and blend in with the substrate a little more, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
I-
do black. He likes those kind of like natural, right? Like the brown, black. Like he likes that natural dark look. He doesn't like really bright aquariums, so.
Now black would be the camera though, so I mean I can see that.
Yeah. And it would help with the algae from that back window. That's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah, brown could potentially, make everything kind of monotone there.
Yeah. Well,
They kind of look.
it would make it more like it would make it look natural.
Yeah, right. But that's just my opinion. But I think a brown background would look good.
So you get poster board. Is that like the actual paper one, or is it more like that foam kind of plasticky stuff?
Here they label them. There's several different kinds. Like a poster board may be labeled. There's one of each may say it's a poster board. So,
Okay.
I guess in that regard, it kind of depends on what type of poster board you're looking for.
You know what I was mainly concerned about? Like, you know how, because I do have the hang on back equipment, salt creep. Like, I don't want it looking like crap.
Just as long as you keep wiped down, that just pay attention to those areas where you have the equipment hanging and things like that, and really keep those areas wiped down.
Yeah. Well, I have like OCD, so it'll drive me nuts for sure. My daughter's fangirling over Joey, everybody. She's like, he's speaking at the expo. Like, yeah. Stop running, Jordan. Nobody's gonna bite you. She's fangirling. So cute. Such a fangirl. Ooh! I'm gonna tell him.
I am pretty excited to see where Joey goes with the 180-gallon salt water he's doing there in the foyer of the gallery.
You know what I truly think he's gonna do with it? I think he's gonna start corals. I think he's gonna convert all the predator fish into that 180 or whatever. And I truly believe that he's gonna start with corals.
You think he'll do that in the 120 that's in the gallery currently?
I think he's gonna make one entire rack dedicated to salt.
I would hope so. I would like to see that. because he certainly has a twist on things and a way of educating, that's specifically his own. So I'd like to see where he goes with it.
Okay, Samantha, show me what you can get there, please. Like, I want something like cotton candy, or like, my flavors. Grab me one. Sending me vape juice. Okay.
Is it Pally flavored?
Ew. Do it.
When Joey revealed the plans for the other bigger tank, the pond that he said he was going to do, I was hoping he was going to use that corner to do some type of larger saltwater and have like the freshwater, the 2000, and then like some larger type saltwater system. But I'm still, how the pond goes and everything as well.
Yeah. It's exciting what he's doing. Oh my God. Awoken, is he eating? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, I'm feeding him. He's nuts. He'll come like 3 inches out the water.
Not afraid, At all.
Oh, he just nailed the pot. You see what he did to the zoas? He just closed them all up. That's why it annoys me. He'll just bang into him and everything will start closing. That's why he's got to go. All right, here we go. Like, he would probably bite the phone right now.
Really?
Yeah, he's really freaking strong too. Like, it's no joke. You don't want to get bit by him, trust me.
He's going at it.
The thing that's scary is if he gets up on top of the gyre, he can come out of the tank so fast. Like, he'll lay up there, and then if he puts his head over the side, he's out.
Pat, wake up.
Like,
What size system do you have, man?
My tank is 6 feet by 2 feet by 30 inches. It's like, some people call it a 210, some people call it 240. I don't know, somewhere in there. It's the same footprint as a 180, just taller. But when I got this guy, he was like the size of Joey. He was tiny, and he was a lot of fun. Now he's just a beast. Let me put the phone on the tripod.
What? Well, Sammy, maybe I'll just go tomorrow then. Or Saturday. I'll have to wait till- Ryan has the same dimensions as your tank, Awoken.
Nice. How many gallons is in his?
How many gallons, Ryan? Me?
How
Jay
many-
wants to know who's coming. Sorry. Go
What was
ahead.
that? No, I was, what was that?
No, my sister, my daughter's bugging me to ask her if she's coming. But Ryan says that his tank is the same size as yours. Everyone's like, they like the look of your tank. They like the little islands that you have.
My tank?
Yeah, your tank.
It's all right. I mean, like, if you look on this side, I can show you what my plan is. on this side, you see where this whole correlate? That's going to provide it. But you have to imagine something taking up this whole area, branching up from this area. Like all these cars that are over here now are not going to stay. They're just there temporarily. But I want to have one piece coming up the middle and then branching out in this area, like something huge. I just got to decide what that's going to be. Because there's a lot of negative space where the fish will swim around, which I like. But there's got to be some coral over there. And then this whole bottom's going to be covered with chalices, like Sophistria, meteor shower, stuff like that. And then this top shelf I'm saving for Rico. That's going to be all macros.
Oh, Rico. Yeah.
I don't have the time or the money, right? Like I said, I just bought a house and had a baby within the last 6 months, so I can't fill this whole thing up with SPS. I don't have the time or the money for it, basically.
Yeah.
I would never run a system this big with SPS without having like a calc reactor, which is a huge investment and all that. So this is just for fun right now. Once I get the time and the money, I'll do a whole nother bigger and better system, basically.
Yeah.
Look what he's doing to the hammer. He's going to knock the hammer over. No.
He looked at you. He's like, "Yeah, what? What are you gonna do about it?"
Oh my God.
He's like super duper strong. If you notice, there's cleaner shrimp in there. They'll clean it. They'll actually go in his mouth and clean it afterwards, and you won't bother him after he's done
No
eating.
way.
Yeah, he just totally closed up the hammer.
Yeah. And he's still wrapped around it.
Yeah, let me put this numbers. I gotta fix that. That's really annoying. I'll be back.
Okay.
I hate driving sometimes. These long trips suck.
Everyone needs to bug my daughter right now because she won't leave me alone. Fruity, 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 fruity. So what's the dimensions, Ryan? You say 224, but like, so people call it like 210. I don't know. Hi, Michael Aquarium. Hat, wake up.
I am.
Hi, Callie. Sam's talking to you. Sam is talking to you. You better reply.
I love you,
So what else is popping? Anyone got anything planned for their lady for Mother's Day or what?
Not yet.
You better do something special for her.
Anything. I'm gonna be working, so
You're working?
I'm working, unfortunately. So it'll probably be something last minute if we're able to go do anything. And that's the unfortunate side of doing what I do. You know, it never stops. I work a lot. I get 2 off days a week most times. However, sometimes that's not the case.
That sucks, man. John, I'm gonna send you, or actually here, try this, okay, first? Try that.
Yeah, my wife and daughters definitely get to enjoy my tank a lot more than I do. But
Yeah.
It's still nice to have, you know, when I come home and I spend my time with it every day. And, you I pay attention to how things are going, and the maintenance and upkeep falls on me, which is the way I wanted it to be, because I really enjoy getting in there. I don't use any dosers or anything like that. I do everything manually, and that's probably the way that I'll keep it. Just because it's my go-to thing to kind of reset my mind.
Yeah,
I get in family mode and take care of the tank and just
don't you
reset.
find with being involved more with the community that you care more about your tank?
Yeah,
I
for
found-
sure.
I definitely find that with myself, that now, because I have other people to kind of bounce ideas off of and talk to, I'm more involved with my tank.
Hey, John. Yeah,
John,
I have found that being part of the community, I've jumped back into kind of paying a little more attention to my tank than I come off of.
What's up, Princess?
Oh.
So he already knows his name, Princess.
Yeah. Well, you're my
That's
pancake,
cute.
so it makes perfect sense.
did you see
And
Awoken?
you thought,
I did. I woke up to watching him talk about almost knocking me over the hammer and then tongue feeding the eel. It was great. I didn't know Awoken had an eel. I feel like he's left me out of the loop.
Pat, you better do something good for your woman, She just pushed out a baby for you.
no, that didn't happen.
Okay, well, still had a baby. Regardless on how the baby was born, she still went through it. So,
I heard you say that, Pat.
I know. So you guys always think I'm asleep, but I'm still here.
Sorry, Pat.
you're barely still here. Oh, look at him. He looks so mean.
No. Like so, I want to just my hands tank.
I just like to point out that John looks like he's in some kind of sci-fi thing right now with his blues on.
Yeah. I mean, I could go cut the pinks on too and have it looking all bow chicka wow wow.
So what's that
Hey.
called, Logan? What's that one called?
Just in time for another Katy Perry video.
It's a chalice. It doesn't have like a crazy name, but it's like 8 inches by 8 inches, and it's starting to droop down off the rock over here. So
Yeah.
that'll encrust across the bottom, and you won't see the glass. You'll just see orange. It's gonna be sick. The lights right now are more white than usual. When the blues are on, it's basically like bright orange and blue. It's pretty cool.
You know how it's coming through on the video here? It looks like it's like teals and pinks and blues.
Yeah, basically.
I've got a question for you,
For who?
Woken.
Oh.
Oh, what's up, man?
Have you noticed with a bare bottom tank, you're having problems with your nitrates more?
No, not at all. Why would that be, do you think?
I was just curious. I've never had an experience with the bare bottom. I didn't know if I didn't know if the sand would be much more beneficial as a denitrifier.
I don't think so. I mean, it's a touchy subject for a lot of people. I can go into it, but this is basically, if you see back there, my return from my pump is pointed straight down. Basically, nothing settles on this half. On this half of the tank, you'll never see any detritus settling or anything. And then on this side, the only place it settles is back in here. Everything else gets pushed up into the socks. I just change the socks, so nitrates really don't happen. The only reason I have any nitrates is like the thing I'm worried about. The eel puts a huge hit on the bioload. So when he comes out, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm probably going to have to dose nitrates or something.
Are you still on the whole kick of wanting to get rid of him?
What was that?
Are you still on the kick of wanting to get rid of him?
I mean, I'm torn. Like, I don't want him in this tank, but I don't really have anywhere else for him to go. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with him. But I've had him for so long that like I've be pretty. Like, I don't get attached to my fish. I've been doing this for a long time. I've killed tons of fish by accident, but this guy, like, look what he did to the zoas. That this guy has been in my possession for so long. I don't think I could just get rid of him.
Right.
I had him since he was itty bitty.
I mean, he's definitely quite the character, man. He's got some personality. I if it was me, I'd try my best to figure out a way to keep him.
I am trying, but it's hard. He needs a big freaking tank.
Yeah. How long is he? About 3 foot, 2 foot?
I would say at least 30 inches, maybe more,
That's
because the tank is 30 inches high. So when he goes vertical, he touches the top and the bottom at the same time. So
right.
He messed up my red loba. He made the coca worms close. He spun the freaking donut coral around. Like, he wrecked everything just from feeding them. He's chilling now. He won't move for like 2 days.
I mean, do you have room for a separate system just for him, like maybe a 75 or something?
That's what I'm going to try to do, but who knows when that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Here's some of my GSP. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think a 75 would be big enough just for him to chill in, or?
Well, I mean, I would like to see bigger, but I didn't know what type of extra room you had to play with.
Not much. That's the problem.
Right. What type of eel is he? Because I've never seen him before. Is he a zebra of some sort?
Yeah, zebra moray.
Zebra moray. What's their full grown size?
I think it's 4 feet, but activity he would get that big, but I'm not sure.
Right.
But Pat, that's cute.
Right? Like, I'm dying over here.
I was gonna say, just as a last comment on the bare bottom thing, the bottom's not gonna be bare. It's gonna be covered in coralline and corals and crusting corals, so you're not gonna see the glass. So I call that like a living bottom, kinda, instead of like a bare bottom. But as long as you have your power heads low enough or doing the right thing, you should never really get a build up on the bottom.
Right, but like, do you test for nitrates?
Yeah, of course.
How much are they usually?
Usually around 10-ish, and I attribute that mostly to the eel. If the eel wasn't in there, they'd be a lot lower.
Yeah, I just wondered. I never had experience, and you're teaching me something, so.
Wow. I mean, it's definitely not for everybody, and this tank is in my basement down by my apartment that comes in. If it was in the living room, it probably wouldn't be bare bottom. But it's form and function. As far as form goes, that's personal opinion, whether you think it looks better or not. People say it looks more natural. I'm not really about that, because there's really nothing natural about this. I have fish from all over the world. I have man-made fish. I have corals from all over the world. So as far as it being natural, quote unquote, I don't know. And then functionality wise, I think it's going to always lead to a cleaner tank, just because nothing really gets caught up in the sand.
Right.
Yeah, I've done bare bottom in quarantine before. Like, I would always keep my quarantine bare bottoms in fresh water, but it was just easier.
Yeah.
But as for like I prefer substrate, but I see what you mean. Like, as for the build up and stuff, it makes sense.
Well, if you do get some buildup, you could see exactly where it is, and you know exactly where to vacuum or whatever when you do a water change. You know,
Yeah.
like this area gets a buildup because the chalice is here, so right behind it gets a little bit. I can make the wave makers like pick that up, or I could just go in there and suction it out. But like you're not, you know, when you have substrate, you're a little more blind. You pretty much have to go suck everywhere. When there's no substrate, you don't have to. You can just see exactly where the problem is,
Yeah.
and then that also tells you a lot about your flow too.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, I was looking at because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need more flow in my tank. So I was looking at the 1Ks ice cap.
Yeah, I have 3K on each side. One's right there and one on the other side.
I just wondered, because like I don't know if you've ever noticed, but a lot of people that have bare bottoms end up running biopellet reactors also. So.
Oh really?
I
Nah,
just
I didn't know
wondered.
that. My sun pops are opening a little. No, I never had a problem. I've been doing it this way for a long time.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, it's all good. I wish I could zoom in on this camera.
Right? Isn't that a stupid option? Like, you cannot zoom in when you're on the Hangout. So dumb.
You got a flashlight. It's weird. That one opened, the other two didn't.
I'm probably gonna get off here.
All right, Pat. I know. You know, I was thinking I'm like 10 more minutes and I'm done, Zers.
Yeah, I got her. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some sleep tonight and stuff. So.
Good luck with that.
Possibly, I'll probably get my second wind later or something.
Well, right now I snuggle that little baby.
Pat, you going night?
Not right now. Maybe like in 2 hours, hopefully.
Oh, okay. Just thought I would ask. You do look comfy sitting there with your baby, though.
Like I don't know. I've been tired all day. I'm starting to have problems with my ears again.
I know.
Since it went from cold to hot. So.
Yeah.
Literally within like 2 weeks. So.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Nah, I'm getting used to it. It sucks to have to deal with it, but I think we all got something we're dealing with at the same time. So.
Oh, yeah. Mine was severe allergies this time, so.
I was fine when I was off for the 2 weeks that we had the baby, being home. And then I think going back to work kind of screwed me up too.
Right.
Inhaling dust all day long.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
Yeah, it happened.
All right, guys. Well, have a good rest of your day, and I will either see you later or see you in the next couple days, I'm sure.
All right.
All right, Pat.
All right, later, guys.
Bye.
Okay.
And I am killing my camera for legal reasons, but I will still be available to talk.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you know, being on camera with what I do, especially with me being about to be in possession of a decedent's remains.
Yeah, dude. That's got to be all sorts of hardcore red tape.
Yeah, that can land you in a lot of trouble if there's any picture or video or anything like that taken.
Yeah, man.
However, if I get some audio of him, he can have the van. You know,
Well, you need witnesses to get audio of him, dude.
what's that? Yeah.
I said if you get audio of him, you need witnesses.
Yeah. Now that sometimes when you move a decedent, they do let out air from their lungs and things like that. So there is the potential for them to make noises and things like
Right.
little growls and like sighs, stuff like that. But they're not very loud, and most likely if they happen while I'm going down the road, they'd go unnoticed.
Right.
Yeah, just for legal purposes, cameras and all that have to be shut off, and
Yeah.
photography equipment, nothing like that.
Right.
I know.
It's
Dave,
kind of
I don't know it happened last night too. So I don't know what is happening. Like it will get stuck on the icon as soon as because I was presenting Awoken, and then when I take it off, it like sticks and it doesn't move after that. So I don't know.
See, I was wondering because last night, after that happened last night, like I looked to see if I might have accidentally tapped on something because I mean I know how to do it. I never have done it for anybody. You know what I mean?
I know we were talking about CJ and CJ appears. Poof.
oh, 6. Mine 3.
Like if I just go and I click on a picture, okay, then I'll present. But it doesn't say, it's not the option of present. It's just, I don't know.
Well, see, I thought you had to click on a flag or something.
Right? So you usually you would click on the little arrow,
Right.
and then on mine it says present to everyone, profile, eject, or mute. And I'm not doing any of that. I'm just literally clicking on the picture and it's present. So make sense out of that one. A white frame. Let me check. Yes.
Well, who's presented now?
You are. White. So there's a white frame. Okay, hold on, CJ. The links are broken. I'm going to send it to you. There you go. What does that mean, Dave? I have no idea. White frame. Good night, Jose. Yeah, what does the white frame mean? Like, I don't get it. And how do I get rid of it? Oh, I think I just did it. I just did it. So proud of myself. John, talk.
I'm trying to figure this out.
It worked. Yes. I did it.
Fantastic.
I clicked.
All right, so it wasn't. I just want to double check. It wasn't anything I did, was it? Because, like, if so,
No.
okay. Because I was sitting here fiddling with mine too.
Right? Okay, so when on my
Lisa?
toolbar on my left-hand side is like a camera with like a little wrench, and then there's the screen share and the chat, and I clicked on the camera with the little wrench. So I don't know. Yay! CJ, I added you directly to the thing. Did it not work? Hold on, let me try it again.
Let me tell you how tired I am. I went to go for a ride to wake myself up, and I totally left my keys downstairs.
Wait, what's CJ's picture? Okay, it may have been. That's so amazing. So all I have to do is click on the little cameraman. It's weird. Is Jen working?
Yeah, she had to work a little later than expected today. I hate when they make her work 12 hours.
Yeah.
It's not the time away from her so much. It's the how she reacts to being back home. You know, she's tired and groggy. You don't want nothing to do with nobody, nothing to do with nothing. I mean, she gets more cranky about it than I do.
I feel you on that. That's the way it is. I work a 12-hour shift, most days. Every time I work a 12-hour shift, but I work almost every day. And so whenever I get home, I'm tired and
Right. But after a regular day of work for me, whether it's 8 hours or 12 hours or 16 or 24, it still takes me 4 or 5 hours to wind down after work.
Right. Well, in this job, it's not so much physically exhausting as it is, mentally. I have a lot to keep up with. It's not necessarily just doing what I do. It's just there's a lot to keep up with here. And so when I get home, I don't really want to put a whole lot of focus into things.
Right.
I'm all about that winding down after work thing. Like, if you don't give yourself some time for that, I go downhill real fast.
Yeah, usually I walk in the door and the first thing I do is go to my tank and check it out and make sure everything's doing okay. And then I kind of sit down and relax a bit. And then after a while, I'm up and I'm ready to do whatever I got to do.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same for me. I come home, I check on the tank, I sit down, boots come off, shoes come off, whatever I'm wearing, and then I just go about my regular going-ons.
Checking out the tank is a must. Got to.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Well, I have to check my tank virtually every time I look at it because I haven't taken the time to glue any of my frags down because as I get more, I may decide to change my placement and things like that until I finally have all the frags in there that I want to grow out to really complete the reef. So I have stubborn livestock that like to knock things over, and so my corals will end up upside down or whatnot. So
Right.
Lisa, you're muted if you're trying to talk to us.
No, I'm yelling at my kids. What else?
Yeah, I could have told you that one, Amy.
I kind of thought maybe, but I wasn't sure. I have the sun glaring in my eyes, so it's kind of hard to see you guys.
No, I'm always yelling at my kids.
Yeah. She usually mutes and then goes off camera.
Like a smackdown.
There's the occasion where there's no muting or going off cam.
I know.
Depends on how terrible they're being, but I think she has great. So
they are.
Still gotta,
I just, everybody comes to a place sometimes where it's really, really frustrating. And especially like, like I'm not even going to just say moms in general, because it's any parent. If you're with your kids 24/7 and they don't ever leave you alone from the time you're trying to use the bathroom to the time you're going to sleep so when you close your eyes and you open your eyes, they're there. Every corner of every room, of every moment, of every day.
One of these days, we're gonna be in chat with Lisa, and she's gonna come back on cam. She's gonna be laying in the floor, showing us what the children are doing under the door, going, "I'm just trying to have snack time."
Right?
They won't leave me alone.
Sounds like a real life episode at my house.
Hi to everybody.
Hi guys.
There's my husband,
Partner.
John. Justin.
Here, let me not be rude. I'll actually.
I don't have a
I'm hosting.
I don't have a body right now, so I'm still waiting on my body to get here. So
Hey, dude. There we go. We put a face to the name.
He puts up bodies. That's
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got.
That's interesting.
I'm that type of person.
Hey, dude.
That's John. And every time I say your name,
So what does it do? Just cycle through? Is it?
well, yeah. So this is the actual Hangouts, and then this is my chat, right?
Okay.
So there's John, and every time somebody talks, it switches.
Oh.
You get it?
Stupid headset off.
Roberto's in there, Sammy, Dave, CJ.
You guys are having a blast, and here I am working like a sucker.
Hey man, I'm usually right there with you, working your tail off.
I'm
Yeah.
at work right now.
Hello, sir.
Good day,
There's
sir.
CJ. CJ, I've sent you like 12 links. Get in here already.
He seems to have the most trouble.
Say it again.
Yeah, it does. So John, you just not getting off work?
Yeah, man. I
Have
ran
a rough day today?
job, called it, and took off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him that I put
glad-
that stuff in his booth last night.
What do you put in his food?
No, his boots. Remember I told you?
His boots. Hey, a lot of us guys in here were trying to, help her through with the boots. She keeps saying they're ruined, and I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not.
I don't want to buy
okay,
another.
I mean, I've got a pair of boots I've had now for about 2.5 years, and I get those activated carbon Dr. Scholl's things every once in a while throw in mine. So,
Well,
it is what it is.
us as hobbyists, we have plenty of activated carbon laying around. You could save you a little bit of money.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm just going to grab a small filter sock and throw them in there and throw them in the boots for a couple of days, like on the weekend or something.
I wouldn't put it back in the tank.
I wanted to tell you, man, I'm glad you're back on your feet and everything's, going good for you, bud. Oh, no, where'd they go? Oh, there they are.
Yeah, I hear birds chirping and things.
Yeah, the birds chirping is on mine. I think Lisa's cam froze up because when I go back to click on it, it looks like she's taking a 20-minute drag off that. Yep. There she goes.
There she goes. It says for me, she's in here twice.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
You realize you're pulling a Houdini and you're in here twice, right?
Was I?
You
Yeah,
still are.
If you click on your older picture, it's you and John standing there, and you're taking like a super long drag off your cigarette.
Well, I don't know how I'm in there twice, but hey.
I'm looking at it right now. Here, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna send it to you. Well, hold on. I want you to see the other picture too.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm in there twice.
I'm gonna send it to you in the link. Then I got to run downstairs, and I guess I'm gonna chill here because Jennifer said she's not ready to be picked up from work yet. So her mom and dad had to borrow her car today, her mom went and got her final cast on her leg.
Dre, the only reason why I'm smoking is because my vape, I need a new coil and new juice.
Oh, now it says your second profile dropped out.
Is that it? Maybe it's like just an emergency backup. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Done with this phone ringing all day. Well, how come CJ isn't up in here?
I don't even know. I hadn't been in the chat to see them talking. I'll
Well,
go look now.
It's not working? Okay, Heriberto, 1 second.
CJ seems to have the most trouble out of anybody.
Well, and he has a iPhone.
That could explain something.
He's got eyeballs and a camera. I don't know.
He's watching.
Yeah, Dre, I know we're a bad influence on people. We promote vaping, but yet we're both still smoking.
Right? But I need a new coil and juice, and then I'll be on my way again.
Yeah, I need a new coil and to just stop, smoking in general. I do have an excuse. Life is a little extra stressful right now, but I could say that at any point in time in my life.
This camera
I need to
angle
go
is
get
not
it.
appealing. It's showing my double chin.
You don't have no double chin. Get out of here.
Look at right there.
Lies.
There.
Who's lying to you, Lisa?
SpongeBob.
Do you know why I grew
SpongeBob?
my beard?
Do you want
Do you know
to
why I grew all this? So anyway, see my double chin.
from all those cookies? My husband is funny. He comes home, he's like, what have you been doing? He sees a gas can.
All my toolbox
and all
drawers.
the toolbox drawers are open. I'm like, I was doing stuff.
I need to run downstairs before my battery dies.
Okay, run, quick.
I'm going.
What's analog, Dave?
Analog would be a cigarette versus digital being a vape. I think that's what he was saying.
Okay.
At least that's how we used to call them when I first started vaping.
After vaping for so long, like cigarettes taste terrible.
Yes, it does.
Terrible.
It's the worst.
But me smoking my vape right now, it doesn't taste as good as what it normally does.
Oh yeah, back into the dungeon.
Oh, man. My ice machine is like over. Every time my kids come into the kitchen,
1, 3, 2, 5.
What's
what
up?
was
What's
what?
coming into
Every time I come into the kitchen, all the cupboard doors are open.
Are you sure that's the kids and not the apparitions?
No,
Almost-
kids.
I almost said aboriginals. I'm like you're in Australia. Yeah, Lisa, if you have Aboriginals in your house, you need to call somebody.
What happened, guys? I'm so lost.
I'm not sure what did happen.
Headphones are off now. He said, I don't know. There was a loud noise, apparently.
Prize do I win?
Oh, someone was digging through the junk drawer with their phone. Poor Dave's ears. No one make loud noises.
Sammy.
What's funny?
Sammy is yeeing about your house coat.
Don't judge me. No, she wears one all the time too, so she can't talk. They're like seriously the most comfiest things ever. And this one's more like it's like a I don't even know how to call it. I guess it's like a house coat. Who's honking?
Hey, what's going on?
DJ, what are you doing?
I think I broke my thing. I'm getting hot juice coming up out of it or something somehow.
Oh,
Drawing on it too hard?
I think I turned it it was upside down or something.
Oh man.
So I think I might have to take it all apart and clean it or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
You
I
can
do?
do that.
Sometimes when mine does that. I'll just put a Q-tip in the top and just touch it.
And depending on how the atomizer's made, you could blow through it when you're not actually pressing the button. That helps sometimes too.
Yeah, I'll try that. Because I replaced the coil and I went and bought me some more coils today.
Yeah, I need to go get myself coils and a new juice.
I need to do the same. But I'm glad to see you're sticking strong with it there, CJ. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm trying. But that burnt coil made me almost want to throw it out the window.
Right?
Yo.
Right? I know.
Yeah, I think I might did. I might have to take it apart and clean it. The lady in the store was like, well, sometimes you can turn it upside down to get the coil out without taking the juice out. I was like, are you sure? I shouldn't have listened to her.
Yeah.
Now it's doing this.
Did you get a new juice, CJ? Did you find something that you're enjoying?
I didn't have time. I had to get back home. But I'm still on the smoothie right now.
Yeah?
It's all right. It don't feel like it's the one yet, though.
No,
you find
right?
the one. The one for you like, yes, that's it.
That's the one. The one Samantha gave me. So it's like the blue raspberry, and it's like my thing. Like I just love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one I got, it's more like it reminds me of like a Hawaiian kind of flavor, like that very subtle flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my thing. It's not strong enough, like flavor wise. It's just I don't know.
I'm all paranoid taking a draw on it. Thinking I'm gonna get a mouthful of hot juice.
Oh geez. Sam said get yourself a top bill tank.
Okay.
What'd you have for dinner, CJ? Everybody's muted.
I'm not muted, I don't think.
No, you're not.
Hey, CJ, what's up, brother?
Getting a mouthful of hot juice right now. CJ, can you hear us, CJ?
That almost sounds appropriate, Lisa. Good night.
You guys smoking reminded me I needed a pack.
John, you sent it to the wrong one.
What do you mean I sent it to the wrong one?
You sent it to the Rico's one.
Oh, damn. My bad. I need to go through and just like delete all those old conversations. I sent it to the one that was on the top though.
No, you didn't. Look how many I have open. See this? Like watch. I never
Oh my god.
Yeah, I never close them, like ever. And I really should. And it just keeps going.
Yeah, mine's the same, but I always go with the one that's on the top. But somebody at like 6 o'clock this morning or yesterday morning sent me something. I don't even know who it is. I've never seen them before.
What's their name?
But
What's their name?
hold on, I got. I don't know. I got a picture of a parrot.
I wish they'd get here. You know, ready to get on the phone.
What are you doing? You're sending it to them one again.
Oh, Murphy had asked a question, so I answered it, and I said sorry. And I'm about to remove myself from that conversation.
Oh Lord, John, you're gonna get a new nickname now. That's it. I'm gonna think of one.
I mean, Mr. Yelling Square Bowl Kids isn't bad enough.
I didn't even start that. Okay, I didn't go there.
I know.
And I'm pretty sure the reason why they keep saying that they were square is because the tape that you had on it made it look square.
Quite possibly. I've been debating about whether I should get a nice close-up shot of how pretty they are.
Oh Lord. Okay, well, I'm gonna get off of here now. But if you guys are around later, I'm hoping Rico throws one up, to be honest. See, Pat, he's screenshotting all kinds. He's sending it to the wrong groups. Is what he's doing.
No, it's because you had two of them in there. You had two Lisas in the same hangout.
I wanted to fix that.
Wanted to share it.
Fix it. Honestly, God. Okay, we're gonna pick up this in a couple hours. Okay.
Sorry, Murphy. It was the one that was on top. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what happened. Usually the one on top is the one that I'm in. I apologize.
Okay, I'll see you guys later.
All right, guys. Y'all be good.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, all. I'll see you in a little bit. Hopefully, Rico
See
posts
ya.
one up. I'm hoping so anyway. Good night.